So one question I get asked quite a lot is, how do I get a pay rise? How do you get a pay rise when you work in DevOps? And the answer is actually really, really simple. That's why this video is so short. Is you ask for it, you look at the market, you look at what everyone else is being paid, and I'll give you a little bit of a pro tip. If you're working in a permanent DevOps position and you have any contractors or consultants that are working in your team or in an adjacent team doing the same work you're doing, ask them what the market rate is. As a contractor myself, I move between businesses all the time, and every single time, I guarantee you, without a doubt, the permanent staff will always say to me, what does the market look like? And they'll have been there 5, 6, 7, 10 years, some of them, and they'll be grossly underpaid. So the contractors and consultants around you are moving around a lot, and they're looking at the market a lot. So that's a little bit of a pro tip. If you've got any of those people around you, ask them. If you don't, or if they're inaccessible or you don't feel comfortable doing that, then just look at job boards, speak to technical recruiters, go onto LinkedIn and reach out to recruiters, other people in your industry, and ask. And then you leverage that knowledge and you go to your employer and you say, I think that I'm worth more. Here's why. If that fails, and it shouldn't do, but if it does, then that's a potential red flag. Why aren't they willing to pay you more? If the market is willing to pay them more, then that's a big red flag. But if they're unwilling to operate, then the way you get a pay rise is you quit. You don't quit right away. You go and get another job. So make sure you have another contract offer from another organization first. Don't just leave the building and then go, right, now I've got to find a job. Don't do that. That's unless you've got really good savings and you've got a good financial runway in front of you. Don't do that. If you do, then, and you're comfortable financially, then okay, that is an option to you. But for most people, I would say go and look at the market, get a job, get a contract in front of you, and then if you like working where you're working, although again, if they're not willing to up your wage, that's a red flag. But if you're not concerned about that and you really want to stay, then you can use that contract that you have as leverage to try and get them to up your wage. But failing that, just take the job, just move on. I know it's high risk because you move into another company, a new team, new products, new problems, and you might not like it. Then you just move on again. I know it's really uncomfortable to do. As a contractor, it's very easy for me to just move around. If you're permanent and you want the stability, it's much harder to do. But that is how you get a pay rise. That is how you get a pay rise in this industry. Is you look at the market, you ask for it, or you leave.